Speaking English, as we know, is an invaluable skill in our globalized world, but is it enough to teach the language? Just let me be clear. How many of you speak English? And now, how many of you think you could teach it? Speaking English, as we know, is an invaluable skill in our globalized world, but is it enough to teach the language? Just let me be clear. Speaking a language is a great starting point, but teaching goes far beyond that. Let's imagine a professional swimmer, someone who has won a lot of championships, who knows every technique and movement perfectly. Now, imagine we ask them to teach someone else to swim. If that person can only show what they do without understanding how others learn, will they be a good instructor? The same goes for English. Knowing it doesn't guarantee we know how to teach it, because teaching is a process that involves understanding how people learn, how to motivate them, and how to adapt to different ways of thinking. To teach a language, we need more than grammar or vocabulary. We need to understand how the brain works when we are learning a second language. Did you know students learn better when they are emotionally engaged? That means it is not enough to present a list of words or grammar rules. We need to create experiences to make learning relevant. Just imagine being in a student's shoes. If we are only repeating words and memorizing rules, how much will we retain? Just very little. That's why good teachers find ways to connect language with daily life, with things that matter to their students. One thing that I have learned as a teaching student is that we must give our students strategies and not just content. They need tools to solve problems, to make sense of what they hear and read. Learning a language is partly imitation for sure, but it's also reflection and analysis. So that's why teaching English means teaching students how to learn. It means giving them methods they can apply by themselves, and both inside and outside the classroom. Another aspect that we mustn't forget is the cultural context. Language is full of variety that change depending on the country or the situation. For example, the phrase "what's up" means something very different if you use it with friends, your boss, or someone that you just met. If, as a teachers, we don't understand those differences, our students won't be prepared to communicate effectively in the real world. So, yes, speaking English, it's necessary to teach it, but it's not enough. We need teaching skills, knowledge about the learning process, and cultural strategies. This is how we ensure our students not only to speak English, but also feel comfortable and confident using it in any context. So the next time that someone says, "I speak English, I can teach it," ask them, "Do you understand what it means to be a teacher?" Because teaching, my friends, goes far beyond just speaking a language. As future teachers, our challenge is not just to teach English, but to give our students the tools to feel at home in a language that is new for them. And that, believe me, is something much greater and much powerful.